What if an AI could predict when you'll die? It sounds like science fiction, but it's now an actual reality. In today's Odyssey, we will discuss a cutting-edge AI model that claims to predict human lifespans with startling accuracy. But before you line up to learn your expiration date, let's dive into the implications of this technology, both promising and profound. The mad genius behind the development of Life 2 Vec was Sune Lehmann, who led a Denmark-based team called Social Complexity Lab to explore AI's potential to improve health and well-being. The idea to create Life 2 Vec was heavily inspired by the work of Alan Turing. He's the original pioneer in artificial intelligence before the term AI was even coined. But even Turing, who envisioned the potential of AI, questioned the ethics of machines making life-altering decisions. In order for us to understand why Turing would say this, we'll first have to discover how this tech works, and then dig into why he may have questioned its ethics. Life 2 Vec is an artificial intelligence model that can predict human life events and outcomes based on personal data. It uses a technique called sequence modeling, a term you might have heard used in NLP. Sequence modeling is the concept task of learning and generating sequences of data, such as words, sentences, or actions. For example, ChatGPT uses sequence modeling to predict the next word in a sentence. But in this case, Life 2 Vec predicts the future outcome of a person's life from all genetic and circumstantial factors in that snapshot moment of their life. But because it excludes future lifestyle changes which can entirely alter that snapshot depending how well one cares for themselves, there is concern here. Life 2 Vec treats individual life events like words in a sentence, arranging them in chronological order. For example, a person's life sequence could look like this. This is how it encodes data in a sequence of life events. Each life event is represented by a numerical vector, which captures its meaning and context. With a machine learning algorithm called a transformer, it analyzes the patterns and relationships among these life events to create a life sequence vector, a unique digital fingerprint of your specific life path. In order to do this, it observed data of 6 million Danish citizens. This large dataset included information about health records, socioeconomic status, employment history, education level, and more. To prove the AI's accuracy, half of the people in one specific study group that consisted of 100,000 people surprisingly died between 2016 and 2020. The end results showed that it achieved a predictive accuracy rate of 78%, which was 11% higher than existing AI systems or actuarial life tables used in the insurance industry. Now hang tight, because the following slides are the reason you wanted to watch this Odyssey. Insurance companies should reap a decided advantage, such as leading to more accurate and profitable life insurance quotes. For example, predictions of shorter lifespans could lead to higher premiums for some individuals, raising ethical concerns about fairness and affordability. It could also lead to conflict of interest and biased policy writing against those policyholders who could benefit most. If insurance companies discouraged clients with shorter lifespans with unreasonably higher premiums, it may create unrealistic expectations or fears among people who use it. Patients could become anxious or depressed if they receive negative or uncertain results from its predictions. Imagine this: someone gets bad results from the AI's predictions, and the belief alone that they won't live for a long time would typically shorten overall lifespan. Manipulating life choices. Life 2 Vec may be used to predict and influence individuals' choices through tailored propaganda or social controls, impacting individual freedoms and societal narratives. For example, due to a family's centenarian grandmother, a smoker is told they'll live to age 85 due to longevity genes, so they increase their daily consumption. This alters their actual lifespan by increasing risk of cancer by giving a false sense of security. Unethical applications. Integrating it into systems like insurance or healthcare could lead to biased decisions based on predicted lifespans, disproportionately affecting certain groups. If we analyze the highest mortality risk category of Americans, Black males between the age of 18 and 25 were offered a health insurance quote. Will the AI know to objectively estimate, according to HIPAA or federal guidelines, that monitor discriminatory policy writing. This is an example of ethical dealings made into law, something that is akin to morality, which the AI has none, being an inherently amoral intelligence. Surveillance and profiling. Extensive analysis of personal data could enable pervasive surveillance and profiling, creating a society where personal choices are predicted and controlled. Beyond marketing trends and news funnels that become echo chambers of our own design by browsing history, the initial data which we seek, the seed of our curiosity itself, may be influenced by AI-directed content based on the metrics that it decides on your behalf and without your knowledge. Imagine not being granted access to certain data on the internet because you don't fall into the desired predictability pattern that the AI has foretold in your future. For example, if a particular person were to predictably die in 27 months, bombarding them with higher revenue dessert ads instead of the low-budgeted ad revenue gym membership they searched for. Search engines are already doing this. Imagine the same but with high-powered, precision AI data, creditworthiness and predicted longevity. Linking creditworthiness to life TÜVEC predictions is discriminatory and unfair. Who wants to lend money to individuals who have a lesser projection of lifespan? Good luck getting your money post-mortem. Using this technology for lending decisions could violate fair lending practices in the US, as it could lead to discrimination based on predicted lifespans and perpetuate existing inequalities. Lending decisions should prioritize objective factors like income, credit history, and repayment capacity, not AI-predicted lifespans. As a disclaimer for what's been mentioned here, it's important to remember that these are all highly speculative scenarios, and the actual future of life TÜVEC depends on how it is implemented across systems. Responsible implementation with strong ethical considerations and safeguards can mitigate these potential apocalyptic scenarios. On the beneficial side of the spectrum, life TÜVEC helps improve humanity's future by providing insights into vital factors and while offering personalized recommendations and interventions to delay morbidity. For example, Life TÜVEC could be used to identify people who are at high risk of dying from certain diseases or conditions and suggest ways to reduce their risk. It could also be used to monitor the health status of larger populations or nations over time and to evaluate the impact of policies and programs on public health. The snapshots also serve as vitality indicators that serve to help people light a fire under their booties to get them to the gym. Furthermore, it doesn't only predict when you die, it can also predict someone's personality traits. And what's even more surprising is that it's more accurate than other AI models that were designed to predict the final results in personality tests. It also predicts career paths, relationship status, illnesses, and happiness levels. It can also compare different life sequences and find similarities or differences between them. Quite a flexible AI model that replaces many other systems. Clearly, this technology should be used with caution and responsibility, carefully directed by the involvement of social scientists and government regulation to ensure that it reflects ethical values of society. However, we've seen how ethics has been put aside for money. The trend is clear, so let this video serve as a warning to the way things will most likely be in the future. Thank you for embarking on this enlightening odyssey with us. Please share your opinion in the comment section of what you think of life TÜVEC. Subscribing is a form of bookmarking the channel to see more of our awesome content. We hope you found this video both enjoyable and informative. Always stay curious and we'll see you in the next odyssey.